Bronny James, the son of NBA legend and Los Angeles Lakers' biggest star LeBron James, joined the franchise last season. Initially, many fans found it hilarious and called Bronny a nepotism hire. Some even called his signing a sick joke. Well, we can tell you for a fact that the joke now is on those doubters, as the younger James is slowly proving his doubters wrong with a string of impressive performances. He's averaging 2.3 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist per game, and has a 34% field goal accuracy. While his stats are not outrageous, he has made steady progress per game since he joined the league. But how did we get here? In this video, we are breaking down his journey, his meteoric rise to stardom, his weaknesses, and essentially everything that you need to know about this 20-year-old kid who is following the footsteps of his father and hoping to emulate the successes his father has enjoyed in the NBA. James was born on October 6, 2004 in Akron, Ohio, to then reigning NBA Rookie of the Year LeBron James, age 19, and his girlfriend Savannah Brinson, age 18. He was raised by both of his parents, who married in 2013. As a child, James played several sports including basketball and soccer, but his father did not allow him to play football or ice hockey because of safety concerns. Eventually, he settled for basketball. From the day he picked up the ball, you could tell that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. By the time James was 10 years old, his highlights from youth basketball games were drawing national attention. During his childhood, James played for the Miami City Ballers with teammates such as Jet Howard and the Houston-based Gulf Coast Blue Chips. In middle school, he competed for the North Coast Blue Chips, a team that included Mikey Williams. James also played for Old Trail School in Bath Township, Summit County, Ohio, where he attended middle school, and led his team to an independent school league tournament win. At high school, he didn't just dominate, he made the court his playground. James transferred to Sierra Canyon School, a private K-12 school in Chatsworth, Los Angeles, for his freshman year of high school. He joined the school with his brother Bryce and incoming senior Zaire Wade, son of Dwayne Wade, a longtime teammate of James' father. On November 21, 2019, James made his high school debut, scoring 10 points off the bench in a 91-44 win over Montgomery High School. On December 14th, he scored 15 points, including a go-ahead layup, and was named the game's most valuable player in a 59-56 victory over his father's alma mater, St. Vincent St. Mary High School. On January 15, 2020, James scored a season-high 17-point win over Viewpoint School. Sierra Canyon reached the Open Division State Championship game, which was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As a freshman, James averaged 4.1 points in 15 minutes per game as Sierra Canyon finished with a 30-4 record, and was his team's only player to appear in all 34 games of the season. On November 12, 2020, James played his first preseason game as a sophomore for California Basketball Club, CBC, a travel team representing Sierra Canyon, against Arenado, a team affiliated with Coronado High School, at the High School Showcase. He scored 9 points, all in the first half. Overall, James made a handful of appearances as a junior and enjoyed relative success with his team, but in his senior year, he proved that there was more to him than being the son of LeBron James. In August 2022, he played alongside his Sierra Canyon teammates for CBC in 3 exhibition games in Europe. In his second game, James led all scorers with 25 points in a 97-85 loss to U18 French Select in Paris. After missing the first 2 regular season games with an illness, James made his senior debut on November 26th, recording 13 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds in a 63-60 overtime loss to Rancho Christian School. In his first home game on November 30th, he scored 25 points in a 77-61 win over Crossroads School. As a senior, he averaged 14.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 1.8 steals per game, leading his team to a 23-11 record. He was selected to play in the McDonald's All-American game and was named to the United States team for the Nike Hoop Summit. James scored 15 points, making 5 three-pointers, which tied the record for most made three-pointers in the event ever, while dishing out 4 assists and 2 steals in a 109-106 loss at the McDonald's All-American game, and finished second in the event's dunk contest. As a freshman, James averaged 4.1 points in 15 minutes per game as Sierra Canyon finished with a 30-4 record, and was his team's only player to appear in all 34 games of the season. Despite his obvious talent and ability to affect the outcome of a game on his own, there were concerns about his longevity, as he had battled with lots of setbacks even as a kid. First, he missed lots of games due to injuries and illness. Also, his speed wasn't as good as some of his peers like Zaire Wade. If you were enjoying this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content. Now, let's go back to James. Bronny James became one of the basketball public's greatest fascinations. Most of it was due to his father's reputation, but his exploits in high school were also a contributing factor. So, there was building excitement for his pro future and speculation he might even share the court with his father shortly. So, James was projected as a top 10 pick in the 2024 NBA Draft. And according to ESPN NBA draft analyst Jonathan Givony, was seen as the most improved prospect in the country. But tragedy struck less than 4 months into his college career. James collapsed during a USC practice session at the Galen Center. It was later revealed that he had suffered cardiac arrest caused by a congenital heart defect. James was released from the hospital on July 27th. However, he didn't let his setbacks stop him from dreaming. James made his collegiate debut for the Trojans on December 10th, finishing with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block off the bench in an 84-79 loss against Long Beach State. On December 30th, James scored a career-high 15 points on 6 of 11 from the field and had 3 assists in a road loss against Oregon State. Less than a month later, James played a season-high 30 minutes and recorded 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in an 82-67 loss to number 12 Arizona. James appeared in USC's final 25 games, starting 6 and averaging 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 19.3 minutes. However, James has had enough of college basketball and wants to join the big league. So on April 5th, 2024, James announced on Instagram that he would enter the 2024 NBA Draft while maintaining his college eligibility and also entering the transfer portal. In early May 2024, James was medically cleared to be eligible for the NBA Draft. On May 28, 2024, it was reported that James had at least 10 workout invites from NBA teams, but only visited a couple of those teams, which included the Los Angeles Lakers and Phoenix Suns. He later had workouts with only those 2 teams. Although there was a lot of excitement about Bronny, especially fans of the Lakers were excited about the potential of both LeBron and Bronny playing together. On June 27, 2024, James was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft. The selection paired James with his father, becoming the first ever father-son duo to be in the NBA at the same time. Although people wanted to see the father-son duo play, there were concerns about the suitability of his game to the NBA, and some even wondered if he was worth the hype that followed him to the league. On July 3rd, he signed a contract with the Lakers. He played for the Lakers in the NBA Summer League and played 6 games during the preseason. If you were enjoying this video, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content. Now, let's go back to James. On October 22, 2024, in the season opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves, James and his father became the first father-son duo to play together in the NBA. Bronny debuted with a rebound in 3 minutes of play and the Lakers' 110-103 win over the Timberwolves. A week later, he scored his first NBA basket, alongside 2 assists and a steal, in a 134-110 loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Throughout his rookie season, James has been assigned several times to the South Bay Lakers of the NBA G League. On December 12, 2024, he scored a game-high 30 points on 13 of 23 shooting in South Bay's 106-100 loss to the Valley Suns. On January 24, 2025, he scored a then-career-high 31 points in a 122-110 win over the Rip City Remix. A few days later, returning from the G League in a win over the Washington Wizards, James put up 5 points on 1 for 6 shooting, 2 rebounds and 2 assists, playing the entire 4th quarter. On March 20th, James recorded his first double-digit scoring game of his NBA career, co-leading the shorthanded Lakers with 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting and 5 assists in a 118-89 loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. 4 days later, he scored a career and game-high 39 points with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a team-high 4 steals, and 1 block in South Bay's 122-118 win over the Santa Cruz Warriors. Overall, James has been a steady hand for the Lakers. Despite his struggles with living up to the hype, he has shown steady progress as a rookie, and if he maintains this trajectory, he may be as good as his father. If you were enjoying this clip, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content. Now, let's go back to James. James has been described as a Nepo Baby, with critics suggesting that his father's influence played a significant role in his opportunities. After James was selected to play in the 2023 McDonald's All-American game, recruiting analyst Dinos Trigonis raised concerns about a smell of nepotism here that isn't good for our kids. The Los Angeles Lakers face similar allegations after they selected James in the 2024 NBA Draft, which allowed him to play on the same team as his father, despite widespread concerns about his lackluster college play and readiness for the league. According to ESPN analyst Bob Myers, James' agent, Rich Paul, discouraged other teams from selecting him in the draft, threatening to have him play overseas if chosen by another team. However, he hasn't allowed this allegation to affect his career. So far, he has shown a level of maturity that is beyond his years and has handled the Nepo Baby tag like it doesn't matter. While nobody can accurately predict the future, we can make calculated guesses based on what has happened so far. For Bronny James, the weight of the world is on his shoulders because of his father's reputation. Bronny James has not had the greatest start to life as a professional basketball player. However, the young man has shown signs that he is capable of creating his own legacy. Overall, Bronny James is a legitimate NBA prospect. He's got NBA athleticism, a high IQ, and is already a quality perimeter defender. He's also not particularly big, 6'1" without shoes at the combine, and has work to do to reach the NBA level, particularly with his offensive game, but has shown signs that he can do just that. Frankly, Bronny understands the pressure, but he just wants to be Bronny James, not LeBron James' son. Hopefully, he gets the chance to do that in his career. So, what do you think about James? Can he continue on his current trajectory and reach the next level? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the game's biggest stars. We'll see you in the next one.